Hi guys, I'm back to read chapter 2 of Sam Wu is Not Afraid of Spiders by Katie and Kevin Tsang. Now chapter 2 is called Tulip the Tarantula. To be honest, I'd never thought that much about spiders before. I'd seen them, of course, making webs in the garden or in a corner of the kitchen, but they'd always been small. And I didn't like the feeling of walking into a spider web, feeling its sticky strands getting caught on me, almost like getting a hug from a ghost. But really, it was easy to brush the web away and carry on with my adventures. My friend Bernard, however, had thought a lot about spiders. Bernard is the smartest kid in our whole grade and he loves facts. Every day he tells us a new fact about something. Some are more interesting than others. On this day, they were all about spiders. Did you know, he said as he put on his glasses. Bernard doesn't actually need glasses, but he likes to put on a pair of thinking glasses before he says something smart, which is at least 3 times a day. Did you know the silk in a spider's web is 5 times stronger than a strand of steel? Or that there are almost 40,000 different types of spiders? Zoe shuddered and ran her hands through her hair like she was looking for tiny spiders. Or did you know that they don't use muscles in their legs but move using hydraulic pressure like robots? I did not know that, I admitted. Why have you been researching so much about spiders? Don't you remember? Bernard replied. Today the 6th graders are coming to our class to show us the tarantula that lives in their science lab. I frowned. I'd heard of tarantulas, but I couldn't 100% remember what they were. Bernard sensed my confusion. Big, hairy spiders, he said, his eyes huge. I've never seen one in real life, just in pictures. I swallowed. No big deal, I said, even though my heart was starting to beat very fast. I bet Fang couldn't beat a tarantula in a battle. He'd probably eat it for breakfast. Fang is my very fierce, very dangerous pet snake. He's my sidekick and only the bravest people in the world like me can handle him. I got him at the pet store a while back to prove how brave I was. My little sister Lucy thinks she can hold him, but she doesn't understand how ferocious he is, even though I've told her 1,000,000 times. She thinks he's cute, which is ridiculous. I don't know, Bernard said, shaking his head. Fangs is pretty ferocious, but I think tarantulas can take down prey over twice their size. And they actually do have fangs. Bernard said Fang is misnamed because he technically doesn't have fangs, but I think the name suits him perfectly. I swallowed again. I didn't like the idea of coming face to face with anything with fangs. I like spiders, Regina chimed in, pushing her hair out of her eyes. Do you think they'll let us hold it? Probably not, I said quickly, just for everyone's safety. I turned to Bernard. Right, Bernard? He shrugged. I don't know, he said. They're 6th graders. Who knows what they'll do? Word spread quickly about the spiders and the 6th graders coming to our class. Our teacher, Miss Winkleworth, had to put 4 names on the not listening board and clap her hands 6 times before we settled down. Luckily, my name wasn't on the board. Neither was Zoe's or Bernard's or Regina's. Or Ralph's, but that wasn't lucky. I wouldn't have minded seeing his name up there. Now, class, said Miss Winkleworth, we're going to be on our very best behaviour for our 6th grade visitors, correct? Yes, Mrs. Winkleworth, we all chorused back. And we'll stay in our seats and only talk when we're called on, correct? Yes, Mrs. Winkleworth. Very good, she said. I don't want to put anyone else's name on the board. We all sat in silence. My heart was beating very fast inside my chest. but that was because I was ready for anything. I used to think this feeling meant I was nervous, but now I know it's the feeling I get when I need to be extra brave. The door opened and 4 6th graders walked in with their science teacher, Mr. Dougal, and he was holding a huge spider in his hands. End of the chapter. And we've got a picture there of Mr. Dougal and his huge spider. So I will read chapter 3, so come back soon to find out what happens next.